Hey guys, it's Enan here with Droid Mania, and today we're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S5. It's their new flagship device. I got it the other day and I wanted to unbox that with you guys. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and just jump right in. Got the typical Samsung box. It's got the bamboo style. Looks pretty good. I always think that Samsung does a really nice job with their packaging. So why don't we go ahead and slide off the sleeve here. So it's 4G LTE capable. It's got the smart remote, the heart rate monitor, the Android operating system. So that's 4.4.2 KitKat out of the box. It's a 5.1 Super AMOLED display. It's a 2.5 gigahertz quad-core processor. It's got the 16 megapixel camera on the back and the 2 megapixel front-facing camera. It's got a full HD, that's 1920 by 1080p recording and playback. We'll set that off to the side and we'll actually jump into the box here. So lifting off the cover, there's the actual device, and we'll pop that out and set that off to the side for a moment. Now this is the AT&T variant. I did actually have the SIM card put in at the store. We'll take a look at that shortly. Taking a look at the material inside of the box, we've got the quick start guide. If you need to, go ahead and flip through that to get yourself started. Set that off to the side. And this is some information on the Smart Switch app that you can download from the Google Play Store. The idea behind this is basically to help you migrate your data from an older Samsung device over to the Galaxy S5. We've got the health and safety warranty information guide. I have never actually taken a look at these, but they're in there for those of you that need that as well. And next we've got some earphones and earbuds. This is one of the first times that I've actually gotten this for Samsung devices from AT&T, so I appreciate that. Can't wait to try these out. Haven't actually tested any of the Samsung earbuds before, so this will be great. And next, got the power brick. So I think this is exactly the same. This is either very similar or exactly the same to the one that you get for the Note 3. So set that off to the side. And last, we have the USB cable here. And this is actually 3.0, and you can tell that by the way that the adapter here is actually wider. I actually like that this is the same as the Galaxy Note 3, both using USB 3.0. I can carry one adapter with me instead of two. Alright, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at the phone here. We can begin to remove the plastic wrap. We'll remove this front piece off. You guys know how I like doing that. Alright, and on the left hand side, you've got the up and down volume rocker. At the top of the phone, you've got your IR blaster there, and you'll notice you have your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack here. This is actually on the opposite side from the S4, guys. On the right hand side, you've got the power button there. Coming around to the back, we've got the nice perforated cover, and it actually doesn't feel too bad here. Then we have the 16 megapixel camera, the heart rate monitor, and the LED flash. So let's go ahead and power this phone on. And you'll notice that when the phone actually starts up, it's got this powered by Android badge here at the bottom. I actually like the fact that that's been added in. There's a new Samsung startup animation that looks pretty good as well. And if you guys haven't seen this phone in person, you may want to go and check it out because the screen actually looks pretty good. It's vibrant, it's oversaturated, but the colors are really nice and I think it's pleasing to the eye. And to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about, I'll bring in the HTC M8 and you can take a look for comparison here to see the difference in the colors between the screens. To the left of the home screen is my magazine, as we've seen with all the latest devices from Samsung. You'll have the option to configure the social media aggregator by going into the settings and selecting the feeds that you're most interested in. Just wanted to quickly point out that if you're looking for Facebook, it's not there. You still need the app for that. I do notice some lag as I move between my home screen and my magazine. I find this rather surprising since I don't have an issue with my Galaxy Tab Pro, and I hope that this is something that Samsung can fix with the next software release. When I compare this to Blink Feed, the difference is all that much more noticeable. Blink Feed is fluid and zippy without any delays in the transition from the feed to the home screen. As we take another look at my magazine, even if I try to swipe at the same speed that I use for Blink Feed, it just doesn't work. Like Blink Feed, since you can now turn off my magazine, I guess I'll have to do that until they fix this issue. I'll have a nice detailed review for you guys in about a week, so make sure you stop back, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that so that you can get the latest updates. We'll just take a quick look at the camera. I'm also not a big fan of TouchWiz, you guys, but I gotta say this camera looks great. Let's take a few shots with the camera. This phone has a 16 megapixel camera. As you can see, it's pretty fast to focus, only taking about 3 seconds. The shutter's also pretty fast. We can take a couple of test shots so that you can see how they look. I'm going to post another video in the next few days. I'll do a full review on the camera using various lighting conditions of both still and video shots. So if you'd like to see that, be sure you hit that subscribe button below so that you don't miss out. Alright, and you'll also notice that Samsung has changed the capacitive buttons at the bottom. Got the task manager here and the back button there. For those of us Google fans out there, you'll be pleased to know that you can now say, "Okay Google, what's the weather like in Orlando, Florida?"
It's 21 degrees and overcast in Orlando.
This phone does have something to offer everyone. For all the fitness fans out there, Samsung has included the heart rate monitor on the back of the device. It's very easy to use, but if you're not absolutely still, your heart rate will not read. Personally, I didn't buy the phone for this feature and probably will never use it again now that this video is done. With its 2 gigs of RAM, you'd be hard pressed to find an app out there that could trip up the Galaxy S5. I found that it can easily handle heavy graphics and intense gameplay with the Adreno 330 GPU, and it doesn't skip a beat with the graphic-heavy web pages. On this 5.1 Super AMOLED display, watching videos will surely be satisfying with its deep blacks and vibrant colors. You won't get enough. While this phone does have a fingerprint scanner and Samsung does a decent job showing you the motion gesture to use when registering, the swiping gesture has not proven to be the most reliable as of today. But maybe that can be fixed in the future. If you guys would like to see a video on how to register your fingerprint, hit me up in the comments below. Jumping over to storage space, let's take a quick look and see what we get on the phone. Out of the 16 gigs you get on the AT&T variant, it looks like you're going to have about 10.2 gigs of usable space before you'll need to put an SD card into your phone. I'd say that's not too bad. It'll allow you to put a few things on the device before you'll need to add that card. Me personally, I'll probably go with the 128 gigs since I haven't had a chance to do that on any other phone yet, and plus I'd like to check that out. So what are my final thoughts on the Galaxy S5? The back of the phone doesn't look or feel as bad in person as I thought it would. I have to say that I'm pleasantly surprised by the quality of the screen, and since I didn't get much into the battery details in this video, I'll have to cover that in another video. You guys hit me up in the comments below and let me know if you'd like to see a full video on the battery. Having a phone that's dust and water resistant when you need it, I'd say that's pretty cool. My initial thoughts on the camera is that this blows away the HTC M8. The heart rate monitor and my magazine, well, those won't be things that I'll use as a part of my daily driver. So there you have it, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.